Hi guys, welcome to Subscribers Draw My Nails episode 11. We are back at it again, even though my last video was also Subscribers Draw My Nails. There was just so many good designs from this last submission that I just had to do more of them. If you're new here, this is the series where I take your guys' nail drawings, designs, and try to recreate them in real life. It's super fun. It's one of my absolute favorite videos to make. And once again, thank you to everyone who did submit a design. It was so hard to choose. It always is. You guys are just so creative, and some of the stuff y'all think of is just insane. Getting on with this episode, I got some more fun stuff, some new shapes I've never done, some sort of like throwback nails. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna go over my really quick disclaimer that if you recreate any of these designs, please make sure to credit the artist if they have chosen to be credited with their @ but also tag me because I'd love to see. These are not my designs, but your guys' designs, and I want to make sure that the credit goes where it is due. So let's get on to the very first design. This first one by Jules, absolutely love it, and I knew someone else who would love it. My husband David, he loves sharks. He has like 3 shark tattoos at this point, and he said he would divorce me if I did not do this one. Just kidding, that's a joke. But really, I know he would love it, so I wanted to do this one for sure. So thank you, Jules. Let's get into it. Today I'll be working on nails on a stand because I have obviously some stuff going on with my nails, which you guys will find out in the very next video. It's all very exciting, so if you want to know what's on this, wait till the next video. This is sort of a rounded-ish shape, so I'm going to be using these round ones from Couture. These ones aren't super long. I think this is just like the first round shape and length that they had. They're pretty old. To adhere the nail to the stand, I'm going to use this stuff. It's basically just like little reusable putty. Comes in little squares, and you just take a little bit off, and I usually find it's easier to put it on the stand instead of the nail. All secure now. They did not necessarily specify that this was 3D. The only thing they said is that they wanted the blue to be sparkly, which we can do over here, we know. I'm just going to do a base coat, and I figured that for this we can use polygel, not necessarily a full-on sculpting moment, but I feel like it would be fun to sort of raise it up a little bit and have a more distinct difference in the water versus shark. This is the polygel I'm going to use. Makart has these big bottles now. This one is from the blue polygel collection, if you guys remember when they did like monochromatic kits. But you can buy a lot of them individually now in case you want, like one from one kit and stuff. You don't have to like rebuy the whole kit now to get, say, one color you want, so we don't all end up with so many extra forms and stuff, because we all know we have enough. But this is going to be the water, and we're going to do the water first. We'll add the sparkly element later. I swear I cleaned this brush before I did this, but I feel like it's trying to call me out right now. I'm just gonna do my best to make it look like waves. I keep trying to like smooth this out, even though there definitely should be some texture because it's a wave. Waves aren't smooth like that. Perfect, looks like waves to me. And I think I'm just gonna try to make a couple little, like indents here and there, so it's not 100% smooth. And it'll show up when we put the glitter shimmer on after. I am going to be using my Kira Sky lamp for a bit. I do hate but it is cordless, and that's a convenience that I need right now. Amazing. For the polygel, I think I only have one gray, and it's this one from, I don't know, some Makart kit. And I'm just going to pretty much fill that in for the rest of the nail, but I'm going to try to leave a little bit of a distinct line between the water, so it looks like the shark is kind of like coming out of the water. I don't know about you guys, but I don't even live near the ocean, but something I've always been so scared of is sharks. I think I've only also been to the ocean once in my adult life. I went with a friend who grew up near the ocean, and I was safe, by the way, don't worry. She wouldn't let anything happen to me, but I didn't know that you were supposed to like jump with the waves, so I got taken the F out almost immediately, and I was wearing a full face of makeup because we had done other stuff, and I didn't actually intend on getting my face or hair wet that day, but obviously, as you can see from this picture, the ocean had other plans for me. And then since you can sort of hang polygel off a little bit over this, I'm gonna make the point up here, a little bit more square for the snout. It's still called a snout on a shark, right? Yeah. I don't know why it wouldn't be. I had high hopes that I was gonna be able to do this without filing, but that was a bit too ambitious. I should have known. So I'm just taking off the sticky layer. Perfect. Using my dust collector today. I've been trying to be a little bit more mindful with my health around so much, you know, like product dust and stuff. So I'm trying to use this a lot more often. And I'm just going to clean up, make it a bit more smooth and stuff. I haven't really been able to find a use for these watercolors, so I'm going to try that for the water. Get it? Watercolors. I'm not exactly sure if these colors will necessarily be perfect, so we'll give it a try. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Let's get some water from my literal water here. Oops. Oh, that's gonna be way too much. Way too much. There we go. Let's see how this looks. I'll put some glitter on it too, but I wanted to give some sort of like little, you know, like shimmer, glisten from underneath. And I think it's working. Gonna see about this like silver now. Maybe we can add just a little bit of that. You know, make it extra shiny. I'm going to let this dry for a minute. That way we don't get any weird bubbling with a top coat. I'm gonna get a palette out with everything I'm gonna need. I'm gonna try this gel from Apres. It's one of their new like French manicure gels. I bought when they had a sale. I've never tried their like color gel, so I'm excited about that. It does have a really nice brush that's angled. So, you know, you can do a French tip, but you can also use it other ways. Super rich gel from Couture for the red, Macart black gel liner, and the white gel liner. I'm leaving the polygel color as its little tummy color and doing the outside of it in this Apres gray. That's looking good to me. I feel like it almost looks off because this side goes down a little bit more than the other, but I think it's even for the most part. I'm going to do a second coat of the gray. Perfect. Now I'm doing a matte top coat to level this top part out, of course. That's the best way, in my opinion, to make sure that your nail art looks nice and clean. This part I feel like it's going to be fairly hard, trying to get this little mouth. Definitely gonna need some cleaning up. I think I made it a bit too long. Now it just looks like he ate something. I feel like at some point you just kind of have to accept that this try is a lost cause, because I feel like I just keep making it smaller and smaller and smaller until it's not there. I might cure this because I feel like there's probably should be polygel everywhere where I have it now. I'm just gonna have to add a lot back, but I don't want any red smears cured anywhere. Okay, please hold. There we go, much better. Let's do the eyes. This should be fairly easy, I would hope. Hopefully the proportions of all these look right, you know? I want to put these like fully, I guess not on the side, but make sure that we can still see them from the front. Okay, these eyes might have to end up being a little bit bigger. He looks a tiny bit funny. Somehow looks kind of confused. Honestly, he looks kind of cute and not very scary. The gills. We will do the water last, but last but not least, on our actual little shark friend is his teeth. He kind of looks cute like that. Looks like a little vampire. I may have done this mouth a little bit too skinny for the amount of teeth there should be. Now he's looking a little scary. A little bit, not too much. Let's not get crazy. For the water, I'm going to use this top coat from Ellen Nailed It. Like, look at how pretty and glittery, but I love like that it's like kind of blue purple. It'll match perfect. And everything else will be getting a regular shiny top coat because these in the water. Gotta be shiny. And we will cure one last time. So cute. Our next design is by Chanel Sophie, and as I was saying in my last episode, something I definitely wanted to do was do more of the shapes I have not done before, and I've actually never done a lipstick nail. I thought this one would be so fun, not just for the nail shape, but also to make a little flower charm. So let's do my very ever first lipstick shaped nail. For this nail, I want to do acrylic. So to make this a press-on, essentially, I'm going to use a teeny tiny full cover tip. Teeny tiny to me anyway. This one's a small one, and then I'm going to glue a tip onto it so that I can get like the shape and stuff that I like on top of it, if that makes sense. It's a little bit more of a complicated way of doing it, but it's what I want to do. So look at this little itty bitty nail. So cute. Luckily I know my nail sizes. Oh, it looks a little small though. I have my little stand and the sticky stuff, which not wanting to stick for some reason. And then I'm just going to put this on here, mainly towards the bottom because I'm going to glue the tip on. I probably will cut off a tiny bit of this one just so we don't have like a ton of overlap. See, you'll get what I'm trying to do. Just a little like I am going to rough up just this top part of the nail, that way it's easier for the tip to stick to it. And then of course I've been using my acrylics tapered square tips a bunch, and I feel like this one would be perfect for that cool lipstick shape. I am so excited. I used to really not like the lipstick shape and think I really wouldn't want to ever do it, but for some reason I've been seeing a lot of sets where they do like 3 lipstick shapes here and then a like stiletto here, and when they go like that it all just like tapers down. It looks really cool. Now I know some people are gonna be like, why don't you just put acrylic on a full cover tip? It's gonna be really thick if I do it that way, and I don't really want it to be super thick. I can just also paint it on, but honestly I feel like it won't be super fun if we are here the whole time and I just only paint with gel polish and call it good. You know, I like to incorporate other stuff. That's the fun of this. I think before we even glue that tip on, I'm just gonna cut the shape. Honestly, it looks perfect. Little glue action right here. And look at that, how fun. Amazing, I'm so happy with that shape. Starting off with green, we have this one from a cart, they're all in one. Because this is all essentially a tip, I'm gonna put a little bit of tip primer from a Prey. Probably not necessary, but I would like to just like mesh everything together just a little. I don't know how hard this will be to like sculpt on a nail like this. Probably be a little hard to make like an apex, like a good one on something like this, but we'll see. You know, it's always a good time to learn. You know, of course I brought my handy little acrylic cutter out, but I might not even need to use it. Maybe that's wishful thinking, we'll see. Okay, it was wishful thinking. Let's bring out the slicer. Listen, I don't know why I can never get this thing like exactly right. Oh wait, okay, never mind. I'll take it back. I think maybe I've been doing it too thin of an area. There we go, perfect. For the blue, I have this Kira Sky all-in-one acrylic, and I'm hoping that this one works out. I'm not sure though, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes for acrylic in their container. Let's see, it might actually be a little too light. Or, okay, I think it's actually gonna be perfect. Just gonna fill all this in. I know that starting from the middle like that makes absolutely no sense, but it's fine. Let's just roll with it. We're good. Don't worry about it. Does that one look greener? Oops, okay. That bead looked a bit greener because I had accidentally tinted my monomer a little bit green from that leather acrylic. That's fine though. Whoops. I swear I'm gonna make this reveal moment actually work, okay? I got it this time. I swear. And here we are. Okay, I'm really excited to file this. So I'm gonna let it dry and we'll do the reveal. I think it's actually gonna work this time. Okay, we've got it down. 20th time's the charm. Hee. All right, you guys ready for the reveal? Ta-da! It's not like a hundy for the reveal, but it's pretty good. A lot better than it has been in the past, so I'll take it. It looks better from a little bit farther than up close, okay? I'm gonna put this little silicone mat down so that we can make the flower. For the flower charm, I'm going to do it off of the nail and then glue it on because it's a bit big. Grabbing out my 3D acrylic nail art brush. I'm gonna use this Macart all-in-one in sugar white and then this Acrylics in Belle. Just gonna kind of let this even out on its own. I think it might need to be a little bit bigger than that. Perfect. I feel like it is a little bit ambitious to want to try to make this out of acrylic, but I really want to master the acrylic flowers. I haven't tried them in a while. This is going to be the second time trying them, so I felt like it was time. Kind of let it set up a little bit. It's just a waiting game. Okay, I feel like it's leveling out quite nicely though, so that's good. I think this might need to be patted down just a tiny bit. Okay, 2 down. I don't know how many more to go. I think I'm gonna try to start 2 at once now because otherwise we're gonna just be taking way too long. Let me just say that came out so cute. While it dries, let's draw the stem on the nail. All right, this part should be fairly simple. You would think anyway. Might need to get a little bit of a darker color. I think I do. Back to our cute little flower, we just have to do a little smiley face. So for this little decal, I think I want this whole nail to be matte. So I'm just going to go ahead and cover it with a little matte top coat before we even put it on. It's a lot easier to like clean up on this, pulling it off, make sure we can get everything covered. Amazing. To clean it up, I'm just going to move it over a little bit. And then I'm also going to matte top coat this while we're at it. I am almost out of this top coat. I gotta go grab another one. I'm gonna take some of my rhinestone glue now and we'll get this cute little flower on. That definitely was not meant to happen. Okay, take 2. Okay, here we go, and let's go to number 3. On the topic of uncommon nail shapes, we're going to throw it back and do a duck nail. This one is from Man in a Truck. Love the at. I've seen so many good duck nails lately with a more modern design on them, but I wanted to definitely throw it back with a Y2K vibe. Since I don't think I've ever properly done one. I know I've done, I think, a set of duck nails before, but I don't think I ever went like fully into it like I should have. So I'm really excited about this one. And plus Hello Kitty, we love Hello Kitty here. We are going to mix up our own custom little pink for this one. We really do not need much because this is just one nail. I'm gonna use this fuchsia pink. This is definitely a like 90s pink. You know, it's like hot pink, but not neon. I honestly probably just need a teeny tiny bit of that. And that definitely has glitter. I'm gonna give it a good scoop of glitter. I'm just gonna mix it by shaking it. More pigment. You don't want to add too much because otherwise it kind of like won't dry. There we go. You want to be careful getting acrylic out of containers like this because the monomer can sort of melt the plastic, so I'm just gonna be super careful. I'm just gonna get like a teeny tiny bit. Also, I very much apologize if you can hear my neighbors mowing their lawn. I think I'm actually need a tiny bit more pigment. That's surprising. Oh, you know what my problem is? I think I need to add a little bit of white. Except instead of white, I'm gonna do a little bit of pink just to make it a little bit easier on myself for getting this opaque. Perfect. For this nail, I'm basically going to do the same method for tip and acrylic that I did for the last nail. Here's our little nail base. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I really don't feel like learning how to sculpt a duck nail today, and I don't know if I have any duck nail tips. So we're going to DIY makeshift one, and I'm basically just going to take this super long full cover tip and I'm going to make a duck nail tip out of it just by cutting it. I'm not 100% on how it's gonna look, but we'll see. So to do that, I'm basically just going to start flattening it out to give us a little bit more room, and that should be a lot more. We'll probably start it at least about right here. I definitely think this is gonna work. Gonna take a little bit refining though. DIY duck tip. Oh my gosh, okay, I think we have it. That was so much easier than I thought. With glue. And voila, we have our nice duck nail ready to go. I don't really want to do a whole another acrylic French tip, so I'm just going to do the base here in that pink and acrylic, and then I'm just probably going to do clear for the rest, and then we can paint the white on. I'm gonna put a little bit of tip primer over just because I'm not etching this or anything. Oh, I feel like that pink is perfect. Looking good. I'm very happy with how this is coming out. Just gonna clear cap this pink over here and we should be good to file and get this cleaned up a bit. Let's get to filing. I actually love that this has a curve on it. It's in true like 2000s fashion. Most people don't do curved nails nowadays. I actually personally don't like curved nails to wear for myself. Not because I just don't like how they look, but for me, curved nails catch on things so much easier. When I was younger, all of the nail salons only had curved nail tips and I broke nails all the time. I always had super glue on me to glue my nail tip back on. I swear they broke all the time. Nowadays, I almost never have a nail break. It's super rare. And I feel like they just catch on things easier since they do curve down and not out. So when you're like going to pull on something, it'll catch opposed to just slide off. But that's just my personal opinion. Let's clean this off. It looks so good. I love the shape of it. I'm gonna put a base coat down on this. Let's do the French tip. I am super excited for this. I feel like it's gonna look so cute. I'm pretty sure when I did even do some duck nails in the past, I don't think I ever did them with the 90s vibe, which is definitely a mistake. You know, I keep realizing I keep going between like 90s and 2000s with these nails. I think they'd be more 2000s. I don't think I'm gonna have to do a second coat for this white. Might have to do a little mixing. I'm not sure which one of these shades will match better. I'm thinking this one, but I might have to darken it a little bit. Can't say I've done many zebra stripe nails almost ever before. I don't know. I feel like they can't be too hard, right? Like I feel like you just kind of taper off some squiggles, kind of. Thankfully, this is just as easy as I thought it would be. Note to self, zebra stripes, fairly easy to do. When I saw the Hello Kitty charm on there, I knew I had it somewhere. I can't tell you how long it took me to find these, but I found them. Aren't they perfect for this? They are so perfect. I think these are from Secret Nail Affair. So for this, I'm actually just going to put the glob of some rhinestone gel there. Then I'm just going to taper down where we're gonna put some rhinestones. And I am going to top coat around it mainly, and then just a little bit on top of it. Then just a couple little rhinestones down the side. So cute. Number 3 done. Let's move on to number 4. Now we have this design from Lucy, and it is a 4 seasons design, which I absolutely love because I don't feel like I've ever seen that before. I also thought it would be a fun challenge to have to do these little itty bitty designs on one nail, and even smaller than normal. It's almost like 4 little mini nails. That's just kind of what it looks like to me in my head, but I just definitely wanted to see it come to life. So let's get into it. We have a lot going on with this one. First and foremost, we must trim it down a little bit because this is definitely a lot longer than in the picture. I'll give it like there. That looks about the right size. This one's gonna be super fun. We have so many different elements to it. I think I'm going to just do, I don't even know. I don't want each layer to be thicker than the other. So I think I'm going to do like each base color and then cure, and then each like decorative layer cure, you know. We of course have to start off with the 4 square just to get a good idea. I think that's gonna need to be a little bit lower. There we go. I probably will redo this grid at the end, but this is just like a general guide for now. You know, you guys need to tell me if you like that I show you getting my like color palette out, because I do it every time, but I don't know if you guys actually want to see it is the thing. So let me know if you do like to see that. I'm going with just a little bit of a slightly varied color palette for this. Just a little bit brighter is going to be the main difference. And then I will be using one of these Model 1s today. This blue is definitely a little brighter, like I said, but I still think it matches and it'll fit everything well. Then one of the only things I did clarify was that the spring portion is a yellow to nude. So I am gonna grab this little palette, which honestly I was shocked stirred up as much as it did in my comments. There was all kinds of crazy comments out there that like the other brand had like paid me off to talk bad about Model 1s and like all kinds of other stuff, as if like I haven't been super transparent about any time anything has been sponsored and that I like purposely tried to not do it right, etc, etc. I feel like I tried to give it such a fair chance. I gave it multiple tries, and then I got an email from them, Model 1s, about it, saying that I needed to use a different brush and that I needed to use base coat and da-da. So I went back and just, you know, on my own time, I tried it, and with a different brush, a bunch of base coat, and using a ton of the product. Like, I felt like I had to use so much of it that if I was doing long nails on myself and using one color, I'm not sure if the one color in these palettes would cover my entire nails. So, I don't know. I feel like I tried my best on that. That's all I can do, but I definitely did not think that it would make everyone so mad. My opinions on it are pretty much still the same. If you have to work like super hard to make it work, I probably wouldn't gravitate towards a product like that. That's just me. If you want to work with it and stuff like that, and that it's a good product for you, that's great. use it. Because for me personally, I was under the impression that these types of gels, the ones in the palettes, were like ultra pigmented and they were supposed to be like a super convenient type of thing, you know, but to get them not streaky looking like I had showed and stuff like that, they took a lot of effort. No matter how good any product is, there's always going to be people that it just doesn't work for and doesn't work with, and that's okay. Not everyone has to love every product or have the same preferences for how they want to use said products. I'm just trying to get this little ombre down. If this one is spring, I'm assuming this one is summer. And then white for fall, which I'm a little surprised about, but it's probably so that we can make all the leaves pop. I'm gonna grab some base gel to put on the nail so we can adhere some rhinestones and stuff to it. Rhinestones? No, glitter. Glitter. It's like a good bit of it. First up we have the butterfly, which one of these should be perfect. Look how cute. Then we're gonna have to grab some small snowflake glitters, but I don't think I have glitters quite that tiny, so I think I am going to put a couple like teeny tiny ones like that to kind of give the effect of like a small snowflake near it. Perfect. For the spring one, they said some gold flakes, which can do always. Haven't used gold flakes in a bit. And last but not least, the maple leaves. I don't remember if these are all the same size. I think they are. I was hoping to have some. Wait, are those maple leaves? Hold on. Maple leaves. Yeah, those are maple leaves. Okay. Crisis averted. We're good. In the same spirit as the winter side, I'm gonna just put some of these little itty bitty pieces of glitter to kind of give the effect we're looking for, where there's like other ones in the background. Cute. I'm gonna cure this now. I'm gonna put just a little bit more gel on top, kind of seal everything all together, fill in some gaps. I've been wanting to use like loose gel a little bit more lately. I feel like I've been seeing a lot of people use it and their nails are just looking like so clear and shiny. Gel just has that element of like clear and shiny that just acrylic can't quite reach, and I've been wanting some very like, you know, clear, shiny smoothness for my nails, so I've been looking into getting just a little bit more gel and stuff lately. Okay, looking good so far. Just got a couple small things to do now. I actually thought that like this sticker would be perfect for the spring, not the squirrel, the flower. Would be perfect. Then let's paint this little, I want to say like French tip. Is that what that is? I have no idea. Okay, that's not bright enough, and I think I've also changed my mind about this sticker. It looked perfect, but then now I'm looking at it and it's too big. There we go, that's so much better. Felt like the other one was just like punching you. Like I feel like that was the only thing you could see. And back to the French tip. We are almost finished with this. What I'm gonna do is go and redraw those lines in black, just because I feel like it does need that like little division. Otherwise, kind of just looks like mishmashed a little bit. Like I feel like it needs a clear indicator of where is where. I feel like the line serves a purpose. Alrighty, I'm gonna put a top coat on and then we're gonna do the icicles, because I'm gonna do the icicles in either acrylic or glitter. Perfect. See, doesn't that just look so like clear and shiny and stuff? I don't know, I've been wanting to work with more gel lately. And last but not least, let's do these little icicles. Kind of want them to look like rigid. Number 4 done, and let's do the last one. Last but of course not least, we have this design that a mother submitted for her son Benjamin, who is 9 years old. There is a lot of interpretation on it, so I felt like it would be fun to be able to take a child's drawing and just sort of make it come to life. And who doesn't love a little like starry night galaxy themed nail? So hopefully Benjamin, I do you proud with this one. This one is up for a lot of interpretation. So I'm going to start with a black base. It seems that it's not quite black in the picture. It seems to be a little bit more of, I would say like a really dark navy. But I'm gonna start with the black base, and then I'm gonna just do a second coat to make sure that we cannot see through it. To give it that blue hue, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a darker blue from Sparkle & Co. Just a super thin layer on top of that black. Oh my gosh, this one is liquidy. Oh my god. Why is this one so liquidy? Now I feel like we have a pretty solid color. I know it's a little bit streaky, but I feel like that's fine since it's gonna be a galaxy. I have been looking for my blooming gel for no lie like 45 minutes, but my room over here is a mess from going on my trip and trying to film like multiple videos at once. I cannot find it, so no blooming gel with this. It's just gonna have to be a regular base coat and hopefully it spreads a little bit. I am going to try to keep the same sort of color scheme. I'm gonna add a little bit, but I definitely want to make sure I use that brown and green. So for this brown, I think I'm just gonna try to make some like little swirls. Hopefully you guys can see it might be a little dark, maybe a little bit like so. And then I'm gonna dip in that green that's there, and I'm gonna try to do something, but we'll see. Kind of want to try to do like a little swirl here and there. What are those called? Sort of like a galaxy shape-ish. Just, you know, some unconventional colors. Alrighty, here we are with that. I think it looks pretty cool. Then I have some Space Kitty gels, which are essentially cat's eye gels, but very appropriately named for this. This one is super pretty. And I'm just gonna take a little bit and put it on here. And then of course, the fun part comes with moving this around. So I kind of have that in like a wavy motion. Then I'm gonna take this one. This one's more of a like gold, since we have some yellow stars going on. A little bit thicker coat of that. We are nearing the end a little bit. I'm gonna put a little bit more gel down so we can stick some glitter. I'm gonna use some of these pretty gold glitters, probably these deeper gold ones. And I'm gonna just do some stars with some other of the little glitters. I'm gonna try not to just get too crazy, but I do want some little itty bitty glitter there also. And voila, a little bit of gel to seal all of that in. Last but not least, the final coat of the video. And done. Let's go see what David thinks. David's already started editing this one and part of this one, but he hasn't seen these. So these will be new to him. Let's go check. Okay, you ready to see the shark now?
Yes. Did you draw that little mouth?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. That looks really good, B. Oh, I love the shark. Oh, these are really good. Oh, wow. You made this flower, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. And honestly, like, I actually kind of like this Hello Kitty duck nail. Like,
I like it.
I'm usually not a fan of duck nails, but that one looks really good. And then I think the Seasons one and the Galaxy. I was gonna say the Star one. Both came out really, really good. I think all of them came out great. These are just really solid work, and I feel like you did a great job.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed these back-to-back videos of subscribers draw my nails. Probably gonna be a month or so before I do another one, just because I don't want to just do one video. We got some other fun stuff coming out. I also hope you guys love this new background. I've been trying to work on it so it's a little bit prettier to look at, you know, a little bit more aesthetic, a little more calming. And I have a little hint, if you haven't been on my Instagram, of what is coming for the next video, if you can sort of see. Please make sure to give this video a like because it helps me out a lot and I want to continue to do this series. I think it's all of our favorites, not just mine, hopefully. Once again, thank you to everyone who submitted a design. I appreciate everyone who takes the time out of their day to do that. If you want to submit a design, please wait until I make another post about it because I just cannot keep up with constant submissions like that, and I want to make sure that I am able to look at every single one and I don't want to miss any. So yeah, thank you guys again for watching and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye!